Fabulous. Next up, Jillian McFrederick, a librarian from Antrim, is a dedicated bookworm who loves attending reading groups, interviewing authors for her blog, and attending creative writing groups. Jillian is halfway through her second novel, the first residing sad and rejected in a bottom drawer. We've all been there. Her story this evening is called A Friend Indeed. Welcome, Jillian.
Oops, sorry. A friend indeed. I spied her as soon as I took my first sip of coffee. It was the bright red coat I saw first, then the tight bob and the mask of makeup that was her signature look. She spotted me first and was winding her way through the busy cafe, nursing a laptop case. My heart sank. Of all the people to bump into, she was my worst nightmare. "Hello," she flashes me a bright, red-lipped smile. "It's been ages," she said. "Can I join you?" I didn't have much choice as she plonked herself down. I gave her no encouragement, but honestly, I don't think she even noticed. Her self-absorption has always been difficult to penetrate, so most don't try. Resignedly, I watched her jump the queue to order her coffee. She now had the captive audience she craved, me. "How are you?" I asked reluctantly. I had heard on the grapevine of her fated foray into the world of industry, one of the many career paths she tried over the years. She launched into a tirade of how victimised she'd been when she'd finally landed her dream job. Jealousy, ineptitude, narrow-mindedness, stupidity were all blamed as the instigator of grievances brought against her within 6 months. I was astonished it took them so long. It was ridiculous. I wanted to get on with the job, but was held back at every turn. John convinced me to just leave and not fight them. "You don't have to work, Diane," he said. "I earn enough for both of us." He's a CEO now, you know. I planned to fight them, lay out all their dirty washing, but decided to let it go for John's sake. But it galled me to let them think they got the better of me. But I've got a plan. I'll show them. She sat back smirking and sipping her coffee, waiting for me to ask what her plan was. Reluctantly, I did. "Well, since you asked," she pointed to her laptop case, "I'm writing a book. Fictional, of course, but set in an organisation just like that, with characters who may recognise themselves. Oh, I'm mixing it up, but it will give me great satisfaction to expose them, even fictitiously. Ha, that'll treat them." "Indeed," I commented, sipping my coffee. I spied another friend, Helen, who noticed us. The look of pity she gave me as she slipped out of Diane's field of vision nearly made me smile. "Tell me," I asked, "the last time I saw you, you were volunteering with a charity. What happened there?" "Oh, them," she said with a sneer. "They turned out to be far too controlling. Wanted me to do things their way, even when I explained the logic of my ideas. I even had John do a PowerPoint presentation for them to explain it, but they still weren't happy. Too narrow-minded, a bit like that lot at the local council when I tried to help them with their multicultural events. Honestly, at least I'll be in charge of my own work by becoming an author." I could see that she was imagining her book launch already. Does she know how hard it is to get published? She certainly doesn't lack self-belief. "And how are John and the children?" I asked, thinking that he deserved a medal to stay with her all these years. "Oh, they're all great. John has to travel a lot with his work. Toby is in France, and Jess, well, she's in Dublin, married now with a baby. But it's lovely to have such a close family." The irony of it. She was on the verge of launching into more details when my mobile rang. I answered formally, though I recognised the caller's name, and listened as they spoke, answering hurriedly. "Oh yes, oh sorry, I'm on my way." I grabbed my bag and jumped up now with the excuse I needed, nodded a rushed goodbye to Diane and escaped, running straight into Helen, who waited outside. She grabbed my arm and propelled me round the corner and, laughing together, said, "You'd better do the same for me sometime. A friend in need is a friend indeed."